Hi guys, we're gonna talk today with Phil and Julie about what was their experience working with Roger. So, why Roger?
Why Roger? Why not? Um, Roger has been fantastic. We've bought and sold 10 properties with Roger, and we've gotten to know him really well. He's extremely professional, hardworking, goes the extra mile, and has become a dear friend. We only list and purchase with Roger, and will continue to do so.
So you've known him for like what, like 20 years?
20 years.
That's a long time. And so you have had like about 10 properties that you sold and bought together, correct?
Yes.
So it was like six. Uh,
6 that we bought, 4 that we sold.
okay, okay, that's nice. And how was the experience when you were going? Let's talk about the last experience you had with Roger. Was it a buying or a selling?
It was a buying.
How did that go?
It went really smoothly. We wanted to get into a certain area quickly because we wanted to put our kids into the school. And we found a house. It was a tough market. Things were selling in a day, and he got in there and did his magic and got us our house.
Okay, so that's the area we're right now, right?
Yes,
And why did you choose this area?
for the schools and for the serenity. It's we were coming from another area that was pretty hectic.
What was that area?
Van Nuys.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty hectic compared to here.
Yeah.
And so you like it here?
Yeah.
All right, all right. And do you have anything to say, Phil?
Yeah, I mean, there are so many things that we could say about Roger, which makes him so professional. The one thing that comes to mind is that he is a deal maker and not a deal breaker. He is able to talk to his clients and explain everything. He's able to talk about the pros and cons. He advises his clients on a good path. He knows his market incredibly well. Always comes prepared with the neighborhood comps, and if both parties find themselves deadlock in what they want and what the other one wants, he'll come to the table and say, what if we did this and what if they did that? So, it's his great attitude that he's able to find the compromise in any deal, and he always seems to push it through. And he does so very well. And I would say that my wife and I, over the years, have become more educated um, now than we did with our first home purchase. But when he talks to us, it's almost the same as he was when we bought our first home. This is where we are. This is what the comps are. Um, Maybe let's try to get a little bit more, or given the market right now, would you be open to maybe taking a little less and selling it faster? Asking a high price for a house is all and well fine, but the last thing you want to do is to have it sit on the market for a month or two and then have to reduce. Roger has a keen eye for what he thinks a property will sell at, and ours move very quickly.
And so you're telling me that like Roger has a keen eye and he's been very good at guiding you. Do you have an example, for instance, of an experience that you can remember where Roger was like help you a lot in moving forward with the sale or the purchase of a home?
Several. We had bought a condo because everybody advised us buy a condo to get your first place, and we did. And the market really was selling a house that very day, and we had identified a home that we liked a few blocks over from where the condo was, and he was tasked with selling the condo at the same time purchasing the new home, which is very difficult to do, because you have to get out of one in order to get the money to get into the other. He also,
Like Baba.
well, there's that, but the first home he represented the seller. And so there's always this kind of, do I want my agent to also represent the seller? And he did. He catered to both clients, and when the house is sold in one day, it was an advantage to have him also represent the seller.
So he was representing you and the seller.
Correct.
Okay, and the transaction went very smoothly, in
It
your opinion.
did. Yeah.
Could you give me a reason why you think it went smoothly, if I may ask?
Yeah, he represented the seller and he said, these guys are really terrific. They certainly, their funds are good. They are pre-approved. They've got children. I think that they would make for great neighbors because his client didn't know who was going to move in next to her. So he was able to vouch for us and say, if you're going to pick somebody to be your neighbor, um,
These are the guys.
these are the guys. This particular seller just happened to buy the house next door to her to flip it.
Okay, it makes sense.
And then there was a condo that we had Roger sell us. We got into escrow. He had found a buyer for the condominium. It was beautiful. It was well done. We redid the inside very well. She did the remodel. And as we were in escrow, within the 30-day period, the hot water heater burst and the entire unit flooded. And he was able to keep that buyer interested until the proper repairs were made to that condominium. And as a result, he was able to push that deal through.
So, like, because of his way of handling business, he was able to keep the buyer interested without wanting to get out of the deal. He felt comfortable that you will achieve repairs and everything necessary for that apartment or condominium to look perfectly as what they wanted. Correct?
Correct. And what they initially bought. Absolutely. And as that buyer during the construction process had made certain requests, Roger was terrific to implement them. Yeah, with all of us. He kept everybody interested, you know.
I'm glad to hear that. So, let me ask, do you want to add something? Because I have one more question.
Is there a question for Phil?
Oh, for either of you. The next question that I like to ask people in general is like, if you had one word to describe Roger, and you can each one give me the word that you would describe Roger, what would that be?
I cannot just find one word to describe him, so I will
Okay.
pass this over.
You can use more than one if you need to.
Deal maker,
A deal maker.
Professional.
professional, caring for his clients,
Hardworking.
hardworking,
Creative.
creative, prepared, always prepared. If you just want to have a conversation with him and say, we're thinking about selling, can you come over for dinner and can we talk about the possibility? He will come with comps in hand. He'll come with something to put in front of you and present to you and say, if you're thinking about doing it today, this is what you could hopefully expect. But if you're thinking about doing it, he doesn't have a crystal ball. He doesn't know what the interest rates are going to be today or what they might be a year from now. But he really sits down with his clients and talks things through.
He also goes the extra mile.
In which way?
He goes above and beyond. He's, there for all the appointments. He's, there doing open houses. We wanted to, what's the word when you have furniture?
Oh,
Stage it.
stage it.
Staging, and he helped pay for it. He's just everything that he does. He goes the extra mile.
So, if you were to recommend Roger, you will recommend Roger to any of your friends, family?
100%.
100%.
100%.
We like to hear that. Thank you so much, Phil and Julie. This is fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. See you next time.